G'day guys, John Chenga here. Welcome to another marathon training video. Now today's video, giving you some ideas on how to make your runs a little bit more interesting, how to mix them up and help with your navigation and the tools that I use when I'm out there running somewhere new on my own. And to get here, there's a few ways you could find your way, and I'll just go through them now. Okay, so the first one you can see here, you could just use your normal navigation software on your phone, your Google Maps. As you can see, there's not very much detail. There's one sort of track there that you can see. It's nowhere near as detailed as what you need if you're actually trying to navigate your way. All you can see is that, yes, there's a road there nearby. Okay, so ideally what you want to be using something else, but that is useful if you're just trying to get a general sense of direction. One way that's very detailed is your Strava. You could upload a map onto your Strava, and that way it's in the routes function, or my routes I think it's called. You basically go on the desktop app and you can plot out your route here, and then you've got something to follow which is much more detailed, and you can actually see where you are in relation to that. The main downside of this is that you do need internet for it, so ideally what you want to be doing is going for a offline version, and you can download the GPX file and then have that on your mapping software. So what I've got here is a GPX viewer, so a free viewer file, and again you can see the map that I've chosen there. You could go for more of a standard view like before, but either way, that's the loop there. And another way that's quite useful if you don't have any route planned out, or so you're basically limited to just your Google Maps, is you may have a Pokemon Go account. Now my kid's got Pokemon Go. You can see he's got about 500 meter radius. Now that's very detailed for that 500 meters. Bit of a downside is that it is only about 500 meters. You'd ideally like to see more, but you've got a good idea of where you need to be heading. And before we go any further, I'll just show you here the Strava route builder. Now you can see all you have to do is click where you're wanting to go, and it'll just trace along the trail for you in the standard mode there where you're wanting to go. Of course, you don't need to actually use the route builder every time. You can just look at someone's activity and then go to the three dots in desktop mode there and do create route, and you can basically copy what someone else has run over that course. So that's another way of getting a GPX file. Also, race directors usually put a copy of the file on their website, especially for trail races. So again, that's another way you can get the file. You do need to transfer the file to your folder for your watch if you've got a running watch that's got maps on it. But you can also, you need to email the GPX file to yourself and then open it with your mapping software, because when you go to the URL that you need to upload from Strava, it doesn't actually have a GPX at that location. You have to create it separately. So it's something that Strava should fix, but apart from that, it's very useful today I'm doing a long run, and it's in a rural area, so around the back, going towards Clarendon at the moment, and very useful to work out exactly how far I'm going to be going, because there may be a road that I haven't taken before, not sure how much it's going to add on. I can just use that builder to calculate how far, and it's really good because it allows me to do loop courses for my long runs. Whereas previously, if you're not sure how far you can go, you'd just be limited to doing an out and back, so you turn around after halfway. So quite useful, especially when you're heading for the hills. If you're training for a flat marathon, you want to be doing some of your long runs along the coast, because that's usually the easiest way to get in some flat kilometres. You need to get used to maintaining a good rhythm with no breaks, but downhill where you get a rest, or uphill where you use different muscle groups. So it's quite useful to do your flat runs along the beach if you're training for a marathon that's on the flat. So, but a lot of coaches, they do alternate between giving their runners flat runs and hill runs. So you might do a hill run one weekend and a flat run the next weekend, just so that they're getting a little bit of extra strength that's required for running hills, a little bit better training effect while you're running some hills. So today's run, going to Clarendon and then Scott Creek, so going on some roads that I haven't been on before, seeing some different views. I was just on the busy main road back there, but now I'm going down a steep country road that I haven't been down before, so quite interesting, doing some exploring in the local area. Well, I must say I've really enjoyed this long run today. A lot of new tracks that I haven't been on before, so really worth heading out, going for my long run. And came down this track behind me about 45 minutes ago. I'm going to be heading up the road out of Scott Creek to head home now. So I've got less than an hour to go in my long run, and then do it all next week. I have to wait another week before I can go exploring again on an adventurous long run. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this and giving you some ideas and some inspiration for your running. Thanks for watching. Look forward to next time.